So do you see how interesting and utterly amazing this image is? Because what they've done is they've literally carved the cervix off within the brick. Great image. And it's quite amazing. Wells and Springs. Hello there, I'm on the way to the Heart Spring, which is the name I give to this particular spring in High Brooms, which is in Tunbridge Wells in Kent. And this is the path that I take to get there. I'd imagine it's about 400 yards or a quarter of a mile from the nearest road access point to the spring itself. I apologise for the low light levels. I've just arrived, and the reason why I call it the Heart Spring is because there's a mound of land which looks somewhat like a heart. The source of the spring is there, and the water runs to either side of this mound, thereby encircling and enfolding it. I'm leaving the southwest of England on my way to the Midlands, and we're still just about in the southwest now. This is just to the west of Stroud where I am. So the little village is called Selsley, and I'm going to show you the source of one of the most delicious waters on the planet that I've ever tasted, and that's really why I keep coming back here. And that's it. Yes, out of this very unprepossessing iron pipe pours an extremely fine water. The reason why is because of the high calcium content, because the water passes with limestone. All the rocks around here are limestone based, so it makes a slightly alkaline pH and gives one of the most delicious, smooth, comforting tastes I know of in a water. So I'm going to fill up my containers. Hello there. Today I'm on my way to Glastonbury to have a shamanic meeting, and there in the distance you can see Glastonbury Tour there far in the distance, and here is Glastonbury Tour from much nearer, from a similar hill location. Down there's all the busy. The Wells Spring. This is a location just outside Coxley in Somerset, just a few miles outside Wells. This is the spring itself. There it is. Interesting enough, the spring is now padlocked, so the infirm would find it difficult to get to it, but the rest could just climb over. And here's the information all about it. Welcome to the village of Birchover. I'm showing you another of my favourite springs, and this is it. Particularly fine flow this morning. That's been one of the most beautiful sights, with all the plants going around it. And real consideration when people use it, because there's even places to sit down in comfort and enjoy the view. And what a view. This is England just moving into full autumn mode now. Welcome to St Anna's Well. This is in Buxton, right in the heart of Derbyshire. I'm very happy to have found this well. It's right in the very centre of the town, very close to the Old Hall Hotel and pretty close to the Opera House. The startling thing about this water is its temperature. It says on findyourspring.com that it's 23 degrees constantly all the year round, and you put your fingers in it, it's really warm water. I don't understand how that's possible, but it is. So let's try it then. 23 degrees. I don't think I've ever drunk water at quite this temperature before. Degrees, very unusual, phenomenal water. Highly recommended. So I just want to give you the actual physical locations. Here it is. The name of this road is the Crescent, so it's the Crescent opposite Old Hall Hotel. And there's someone who obviously knows a good water when they see it. The field that we did our filming for the water series in, and I'm bringing you back here so I can allow you to have the coordinates of the location of this source of water, as it's a good one. This is the road from Chatburn. It takes us here. A distinguishing feature, apart from the parking place behind me, is this bridge. Real November colours everywhere now. So it's a pretty narrow bridge that should be helpful to remember. A lot of river action there. And this is not the water we take. The water we take actually comes from the spring. And it's just up this little pathway here. Right, so this is the gate we go through. Remember to close it behind you. This is a pretty short, if muddy, walk, less than 100 yards. Left at the gate here, and this is the wall that we're aiming at. That's the overgrown reservoir. There's a gate there. However, I like to climb over the wall. Good exercise. And this is the hawthorn. The significant marking point, and yes, there are ducks today, and that's actually where the spring is. You wouldn't believe it, would you? If you listen very carefully, you can hear the sound. Now it's that much more noticeable, so it's a bit of a slippery way down. There's a few very convenient stones to stand on. And that's actually the spring itself, beautifully clear. I usually clear a bit of vegetation around it before I start, so I can get in there easily with my bottles. And now for our last film. Ladyewell was an extraordinarily easy place to find because it's so well signposted off the M6 junction 31, I think is the one you find it is. We found it very well signposted all the way from the motorway to where it is itself, and this is a place which is actually sponsored by the Roman Catholic Church. I've never come across a well so well looked after ever. I'm delighted to say this is open 365 days of the year, all day and all night. They especially leave that access point open, which is really decent of them. And you can see there are chapels and there are all sorts of buildings, gift shops as well. This is the steps down to the well itself, and to my horror I discovered that the well actually is sealed. See, there's the statue of Our Lady, the candle, and there it is, it's locked up. So I thought, oh dear, is this a well I can't have access to? Well, fret not, Keith, because there was a little supply over here. Very, very simple. Press the button, exactly 2 litres comes out into your container, and you can take as much as you like. So I was very happy to find such a good source of water. Nice for people to get to, easy disabled access, no problem about if you... Some of the places you've been to with me, you can see not easy access, but this is very, very easy access for anyone. So very nice delivery. The water itself is quite extraordinary. It's got a very small amount of particulate matter in, and I was wondering what that was until I drank it. And then when I actually had my opportunity to taste, I discovered there's definitely a small amount of iron in there, and that was a surprise. Didn't expect that. Very good for women in general, water with iron, and also very good for pregnant women. Far better than iron tablets, much more natural form, easily assimilated. So yeah, this well does get a high rating from me in terms of being really accessible for people. There is even car parks for coaches and the people walk down there, so it's obviously a very popular shrine. Apparently it's one of the 4th most popular shrines from the Roman Catholic Church for wells in the world, and I like the atmosphere there. So thank you very much for watching, and hope you explore and enjoy your wells yourself. Thank you.